Hello, hello. If you've never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into rings, and today we're going to be working on this 90% silver Arkansas proof quarter. We're going to make this into a size 10.5 coin ring, and during this live, and maybe a little after, if you go to my profile and tap on the link there, these 90% silver stake quarters are 20% off. So if you're interested in getting one, I've got them for all 50 states. Go check that out if you'd like to get yourself one. All right, I'm just going to wait just a little bit to get started. Wait for a couple more people to roll in. While I work on this, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just throw them in the chat down there. And if you're enjoying the live, make sure to tap the screen. So the first step for making a coin into a ring is punching a hole right in the middle of it. And that can be a pretty tricky task if you don't have the right tools. Luckily, I have a Jason's Works auto-centering center punch. So as we tighten this down on the coin that's going to be sitting on a platform, it's going to auto-center right in the middle because it's kind of cone-shaped. It's a really useful tool. So here is our platform. And I like to put a little barrier . If y'all will bear with me just a moment, I'll be right back.
I was gonna have you do it, but I figured you would do that. Love you.
Love you too. So for everybody who's just joined in here, we are making this 90% silver stake quarter into a ring today. These are 20% off if you go through the link on my profile. We've got all 50 states available. If anybody has any questions while I work on this, put it in the chat. And if you're enjoying the live, make sure to tap the screen. All right, we're just about to punch a hole right through the middle of this coin. It is 90% silver. It came from a special proof set produced by the U.S. Mint. There we go. We're going to use a 1/2-inch punch on it. And scoot this back just a little bit so you can hammer it on through. Very nice. There is our center punch. This one's really cool. It's got a very nicely centered diamond with a forest landscape on the water and this duck taken off. It's pretty cool. I like this one. Good symmetry to it. Whoop. There is our coin so far. Now what we're going to do is clean up that inside edge. I'm going to use a deburring tool to kind of cut away that rough edge inside the coin. This is a deburring tool for anyone who's curious. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. If you'd like to get yourself one of these, they are size 4 to size 12. I have them in all 50 states, and they are 90% silver. Just go to the link in my profile, and they're 20% off. we got that inside edge looking nice and smooth. We're going to go ahead and anneal it. Do I not know how to use a deburring tool? I mean, seems like it's working pretty good to me. Maybe we do it a little different. Gets the job done. Now we're going to heat this coin up. It's going to make it softer, less brittle, easier to fold and shape into a ring. I'm just watching for the flame to turn kind of an orange color. These quarters heat up pretty quickly, so that should be good. Here's how it looks so far. Now we're going to take it over to the 1-ton arbor press. That's this guy right here. And we're going to start folding. I see a lot of ring makers start their fold with a 17-degree die. Let's see if I can find the right one. There it is. So they'd start with something like this and then fold it with a folding cone. And I found that kind of leads to an uneven, kind of wavy band. So I like to start my first fold using a doming block. I have a really nice spot here where quarters fit just right. And then I use this is a Delrin 3/4 inch like ball, kind of like a ball bearing. And that gets a really nice even fold to start with. So it's the same thickness all the way around. I don't know. I find that works a lot better. And then I'll follow it up with the 17-degree die and cone, which I just had. There we go. So for anybody who's just joining in here, we're making a 90% silver Arkansas quarter into a size 10.5 ring. We've got these available in all 50 states. And during this live, they are 20% off if you shop through the link on my TikTok profile. So if you'd like to get yourself one of these and save 20%, go check that out. If anybody has any questions while I work on this, feel free to ask. Hop back up here. And here is how our ring is looking so far. It's got a nice cone shape to it. And I'm going to go back to the cut edge that we deburred a little earlier. I like to take some steel wool. This is 4-0 steel wool. So it's super smooth. How much is the press? I think I got it for $65 from Harbor Freight, but that was like 3 years ago. So that might be a little bit of a different price. Should be under 100, but it's just a little 1-ton. If you go up a bit, go to like a 3-ton, they get pretty pricey. I've seen them as much as $1,000, sometimes 300. It's an interesting range on 3-ton presses. I've looked at getting one for a while. How much to get started? I have a recommended tool list, and it's got like links on where to get the tools and videos on how to use them. Just take a screenshot of this. That recommended tool list is going to be one of the buttons pretty close to the top of the page at coinringmaker.com. And if you'd like to see some like tutorial videos, I have those up on YouTube under Coin Ring Maker is the name of the channel. I can't really post too many tutorial type videos here on TikTok because it's all like short form. But I do have longer like how-to videos on YouTube. I started with about $180 in tools, but I kind of call those like my caveman tools. So they were like super basic stuff. And as I sold more rings, I was able to upgrade my toolkit. So I've probably spent a couple $1,000s on jewelry tools, but I've tried a lot of different stuff. So every time you want to try a different technique, you need a new tool, and generally jewelry tools are rather expensive. So they're like specialty tools. But I actually have a video on YouTube. It's called something like coin ring tools don't have to cost thousands of dollars. And that goes through all the like really basic tools you need. Right on. I will say that this, at least starting as a hobby, requires a lot of patience. Like you want to make sure you're not rushing. You want to make sure you hit every step, because if you skip around or you try and do something too fast, that's where you run into trouble. For example, like if I don't address this cut edge and make sure it's smooth through the whole process, micro cracks can become much larger and split the ring. This is like one of the worst things you can do, and it happens more than I'd like it to, but by like keeping this edge nice and smooth, it doesn't happen as much. And annealing often also reduces that. So we're going to go ahead and anneal this one more time. I have a drawer with one of those in there. I have a drawer with a whole bunch of them. Yeah, every time I screw something up, it goes in here. And here's a screwed up cowboy hat. We got split rings all over the place. This is pretty cool. And I tried to do a 3D stamp and make a ring, and it's split. Not everything works out. Here's a 1956 split. So yeah, you're definitely gonna ruin quite a few coins trying to figure out how to do this. I recommend starting with like copper coins, like regular copper clad ones in circulation, and then working your way up to silver. Because it gets expensive. Do I melt all the rejects? No, I keep them all in that drawer as like a reminder to myself. They're always very close by. The goal is to keep that drawer at its current level, not to add to the drawer. Yep. I think if I was too scared to screw something up, I never would have learned how to make these in the first place. I think that's where a lot of people quit, is they get discouraged with the amount of failure required to figure it out. I get a lot of people here on TikTok saying, oh, this is so easy. I think I just make it look easy because I've been doing it every day for like 3 years straight. So like there's a lot going on here that might not meet the eye. For anybody who's just hopped in, we're working on a 90% silver Arkansas quarter coin ring. I make this one a size 10. I can make them size 4 to 12. I have all 50 states, and they are 90% silver. And they're 20% off during this live if you shop through the link in my profile. If anybody wants to get them one, or they also make pretty good gifts. So we got that almost to 11 and a half. I like to stretch at least one size over the target size because the shape of the ring stretcher still leaves a bit of a cone shape ring, and I don't really like that. So we go one size over 11 and a half, and then we take it over to the 1-ton press and reduce it. Thanks for hitting the follow button, guys. I appreciate it. So we're going to put this in this die, and it's going to make this wider side of the ring smaller. Trying to match it up with the other side. And doesn't that look much nicer? I want to reduce it to about 10 and a quarter now. So that's a quarter size below our target size. And that's because on most coins, they have, oh, thanks for the 1,000 likes. I appreciate it. They have this raised piece of metal on the inside and outside, this like rim right here. If you look on the inside, you can see it there too. And that's pretty uncomfortable. So I like to just cut that out with a deburring tool. That makes sizing the ring a lot easier, and it makes it much more comfortable to wear. So that's why we went a quarter size under, because we're going to be removing some of the inner material on that ring. And again, these 90% silver state quarter coin rings are 20% off if you go through the link on my TikTok profile. Still a little bit of it left on there. What's up? I press with a ball bit. Remove all that chatter. Actually, the chatter comes from the reeded edge of the coin. So I'm not cutting entirely like smooth surface like you can really see here. So the chatter is just the blade hitting that. That's one reason why I'm not cutting very fast, because the chatter just gets worse and it leaves like cuts in it. So I go really slow and you can hear it just kind of like a cricket's leg, just kind of moving through those ridges. I have lost my ring mandrel. How am I supposed to know what size it is? Need a size 10? I can do that. They are 20% off if you shop through the link on my profile. I've got all 50 states available, sizes 4 to 12, if anybody's interested. So these are usually $100. They're 90% silver proof quarter coin rings, and they're 20% off, so $20 off if you go through the link on my profile. So now we're gonna see this black stuff on here that got left from annealing. That's called fire scale. And the best way I've found to remove it is with this. This is Mother's Mag and Aluminum Polish. So we're just gonna coat the ring with it and make sure you use a microfiber cloth. That seems to work a lot better. Yeah, no problem. Jesse, if you have any trouble, let me know. And if anybody else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We're just going to completely coat this inside and out and just kind of lightly rub on it. And this polish just kind of moves all that blackness to the rag off the ring. It's really incredible stuff. I know this isn't the most exciting part. It's my favorite because I really like making the rings nice and shiny. But if you haven't checked out the sale yet, now's a good time to go check it out. All 50 states, 90% silver, handmade quarter coin rings, 20% off through the link in my profile. Go take a look. And honestly, I took a look at that listing today, and I only have 2 pictures on it, and they aren't the best. Like, the first one's pretty good. The second one is weak. So I need to do some better product photography. That's one thing I kind of fall down on. I can make rings all day, but taking pictures of rings is just pain in the butt. Hand polishing over Dremel. Oh yeah. And there's a lot less room for like error. Like I tried polishing with a Dremel, and like the metal bit sometimes would hit the inside of the ring, and you lose detail every time. I feel like hand polishing is the way to go. Yeah, it takes a little longer, but you can still get a really nice result. I think an even better result, honestly. Like, look at how much that fire scale's going now. You can see kind of a milkiness on it. That's just the polish. There's still a little bit of polish residue on it. But for the most part, the outside's nice and cleaned up. Doing the insider rings with your hands is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a pain in the butt. So I can see why people use Dremels. But for me, like, it's really discouraging to get like this far on a ring, like get the right size, get the right shape. Everything's looking good. All you gotta do is clean it up and then like mess up or like leave gouges on the ring because you're polishing with a machine tool. That sucks. I do clad too. So I do copper clad, 40% silver, 90% silver. I have some sterling rounds, which are 92.5% silver. I do fine silver as well. And I've done one gold. I found a lot of genuine interest in people wanting gold ones because they're quite expensive. But yeah, I think I have 5 different metals that I work with, or alloys or whatever. Metal makeups. So here is our ring so far. Yeah. I definitely took my time with the gold. I'm just going to dunk that in some water and rinse it off, and that usually gets the rest of the polish residue off of there. I'll just rub it dry real quick. So there's that so far. Looking pretty good. Really nice detail inside and out. And then I like to do a follow-up polish with these. That's how I can get a nice mirror finish on it. So Mother's is pretty good, but it doesn't get it all the way as shiny as I like. I really, really like making shiny, shiny rings. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this live. If anybody out there is interested in getting a 90% silver state quarter coin ring, I've got them available in all 50 states. If you shop through the link in my TikTok profile up here, they are 20% off right now. And if I get an order for one during this live, I'll go ahead and make it live for you. I think that's pretty cool. If you have any questions, let me know. We're just going to finish polishing this thing up, make it nice and shiny. Look at that. Whew. Beautiful. Do the mirror reflection test, see if you can see my fingers in it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, guys, what do you think? Pretty good. If we can get it to focus on it, probably not. Oh, there she is. Good job. Very nice and shiny. All right, I'm gonna set up like a new ring display thing that I've got. Give me just a minute to finagle it. I think it's gonna look pretty cool. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hop into my giant light box, which I have not used enough. There's our ring, looking very nice. It's almost too bright. I'll turn it down a little bit. All right. So here's the fancy new thing. Bam. Okay. All right. Pretty fancy. If we can get it just right. It's a little tricky. I've done it before. I think my photo box isn't balanced very well. Oh, there we go. How freaking cool is that? Oh man. There she is. Just a floating and spinning. I think that's freaking cool as hell. This right here, for anybody just joining in, this is a 90% silver Arkansas quarter coin ring. It's made from a proof quarter. That is 90% silver. I've got these in all 50 states. Available sizes 4 to 12. And they're 20% off if you shop through the link in my TikTok profile right now. If anybody has any questions about them, let me know. We're just trying out this new display here. It's really cool. You can see. It's just floating. Spinning a little quick, ain't it? Wonder if we can slow it down. Pretty cool. Make it real fast. Yeah. I don't know. I thought this would be cool to take pictures with. Like that. Make some nice product photos. Looks like I already got some dust on it. And it really comes through with it being lit so well. It's not the easiest thing to set up. Ooh. I wonder what happens if I unplug it. That. So it's electromagnets. Good to know. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this little ring making video. Hope you'll have a great day. We'll catch you next time. Peace.